Okay guys, welcome to another video where I'm going to be showing you how I got my positions for Bitcoin in the last 2 weeks. For those who have been seeing my WhatsApp status, you'd remember that I kept telling you guys that Bitcoin is still bearish. Don't get caught up in the buys. BTC is still bearish. Do not get caught up in the buys. Did I catch the buys? Yes, a few of it, and but I've been mostly bearish. And in my last video, I actually showed you the same chart, and then I said that this is my target. You can go back to that video. That is the video where I explained how I got 3 entries into gold. Yeah, XAUSD. That was last week. I told you guys that this is my target, and as you can see, price sold aggressively into it already. In all honesty, this is the overall target for the trade, okay, which means that I'm still expecting Bitcoin to drop down into this place. Now, I told you guys in the last video as well that we don't trade for ego. All right, so this is not a video where I'm telling you that it will happen and I'm sitting on it that it must happen. Now, does my strategy say that this is the target? Yes. Am I expecting it to happen? Yes. But even if Bitcoin no longer hits here, with all the trades I have gotten from the moment I saw the setup, I've had enough. Can you see what this is? Let's go into it. So I got into the sell from here, was able to add a second position here, took profit around here. I got into the buys here. Alright, I mean, even if it's going to keep selling, there are going to be retracements, right? I got into the buys here and left around here, and then I got into this sell here. I knew, of course, that this is first target and this is overall target. I'm going to explain how I got the setup, how I picked the target and all that. Okay, I got into this buy here, as you can see. Let's just scale a little lower. So I got into two buys here. I got into this buy. I wanted to take a little sell here, which did not work out. Just, I wanted to follow this retracement before we continue to buy, but the sell didn't play out. I lost that, and then I won this. Caught a little sell here. I was not really big on the buys, right? Especially because there was a broker manipulation somewhere here. You may not know it, but I do, and which is the reason why from here I was thinking of taking a sell, okay, that could now take me into my target. I told you guys that my overall target is right here, right? So from around here I was thinking of taking that shot, but I also knew that there was a broker manipulation that was hiding the entry for the sell. I know that there are other people, who probably got into the sell as well, but I knew that there was a manipulation here that was going to. So I was trying to steer clear a little. By the way, my entry here just got deleted. Okay. So I really didn't trust the buys. I just left it, and then when I kept telling you guys, you don't have to trade extremes, right? You don't have to take this entry, even though I did. C price gave you what? A re-entry. Price gave a re-entry for you to catch it, and I wanted to catch the re-entry here, which you saw did not play out. Price went beyond my re-entry and then continued selling, but luckily, I had gotten this one already, so, and we have smashed the target. So let's get into it, and how did I frame the trade, how did I pick my target and all that. Number one thing I'm going to tell you is the same model that I have showed you guys on this channel. Let's go to 4 hours time frame. I think the first thing should be to clear all of this, right? Okay, so let's do that. So let's go to 4. This is the 4 hours time frame, and I want you to notice something. Price has been moving. However we like, we follow it. And then price came lower. Then price came to take that high away, right? Price took this high. But let's be honest with ourselves, right? Does that make sense for you to call this a break of structure? That was all I saw. You you may ask yourself, is it that simple? Honestly, is that simple? This is all I needed to see. And I knew that, wow, we're selling. What is this? Same thing I've been showing you guys. False break of structure. I mean, does it make sense to call this a break of structure? False BOS. That's 4 hours. If you go on daily time frame, you see, I mean, even on 4 hours, it's already a week. But if you go on daily time frame, you'll now see even bigger weeks. You see? See now, would you call this a break of structure? Definitely not. So we have a false BOS, and you know that if there's a false BOS here, the lowest low in between those 2 points. Look at it here. I hope I get my arc tool. Where is it? Okay, here it is. So the lowest point between these two, which is here, becomes the overall target. Which is why I told you guys that I am still expecting Bitcoin to take this low out. Now, to be honest with you, I am a realistic trader, right? I got into the sales, I caught it up until here, and started buying from here. I showed you I followed a few of the buys. In fact, I got this buy here. I bought it, which you guys saw anyways. And in all honesty, at a point, I started doubting if it's going to really go that low. This is the reason. Technically, I'm expecting it to do that. That's the model. False break of structure, we are taking this place out, right? However, fundamentally, a lot of things have been happening in the United States, national adoption of cryptocurrencies and all of that, which is actually bullish for Bitcoin. So I was trying to marry, the fundamentals and the technicals. And I'm like, okay, the false break of structure has given me a lot of sales already. I've made quite some profits, solid risk to rewards. You saw them, a good number of 1 to 12 and more, right? So I don't even have to follow it down till here anymore. But I saw the opportunity, I said, let's give it a shot. And right here, you can see it playing out. What am I saying? We are not trading for ego, all right? You are not just trading so that I told people it's going to happen and it happened. That's not why I'm trading. I'm here to see the model, make the profit from it and get out. And if it chooses not to work one situation or the other, I mean, it doesn't make the strategy false. I have shown you over and over and over. So one time that it didn't play out does not make it false. Anyways, let's continue. So this was all I needed to see, and I knew that was a break off. That was what do you call it? That was a false break of structure, and you and I know that the first target will be here, right? You know that should be the first target because this is the last low that gave us that false break of structure. So that will be the first target, which is the reason why, if you remember the first time we started this video, when I got into this short, right, my first target was here. I took my first TP here, and then I got into these buys. Why? If you understand how market moves, you will know why I needed to buy here. But let's hope that I'm able to get into all of those things. So first things first, we have seen the false break of structure, and we know this is overall target. Why did I pick this place as my main target and then this as overall target? Simple. If you remember the USD JPY trade, which I showed you guys here, which was also framed from false break of structure, of course, you would remember I showed you a particular formula, all right? And that formula says that, I'll just type it out for you again, multiple mitigations is equal to liquidity, equals to liquidity, and liquidity is represented with dollars. Multiple mitigations equals liquidity. Is as simple as that. So why did I pick here as my first target? I saw the multiple mitigations. sorry about that. So let me show you. Okay, so there's a mitigation here. If you don't understand all these words I'm mentioning, mitigations, and all of that, you should really consider getting my mentorship that is starting this week. All right. Just drop a comment to this video and I will give you the link, and you'll get the details of how to join and all that. By the way, it's a paid mentorship. So there's this place mitigated this place. This mitigated this. All right. Now this also mitigated this. It just talks about the fact that price dropped back into the demand mitigations, and then you find that this mitigated this. Imagine how many mitigations. I showed you guys already. It's a very simple formula. It didn't stop there. Mitigations continued. Multiple mitigations is equal to what? Liquidity, which tells me that the next time price comes towards all these areas, you can expect the price to clear all of them. All. It will not leave anyone. All. You saw it on USDJPY. You are seeing it here again. All of them, I repeat. Which is why I just picked here, right, as my first target. Because I knew that price was coming to clear everything, first target. And then second target will be here. As simple as that. False break of structure, I'm just trying to recap. False break of structure here already tells me that price is coming down. Additional confirmation was all this liquidity telling me that price is coming here at least. But for false break of structure, this is overall target. Simple as ABC. As simple as ABC. Sorry, that was a network interruption. Okay, so now that you understand that, I was talking about the fact that there's a reason why I took a buy here. Let me quickly do a short breakdown of that. You see, I'm here to show you the model, and honestly, I expect you to go ahead and study more on this false break of structure model, how well you can incorporate it into your strategy, or how you can begin to trade it yourself. Okay, so how did I get into this particular buy here? It's a basic understanding of demand and supply. So let me show you. If you follow what happened here, you see, you need to be able to read the chart effectively. If you follow what happened here, okay, so we have here, which gave us a break of structure. Okay, and I don't know if you see it, but this is another false break of structure here, which means price has to take out this high, and it did. Anyways, let's continue. So this point already took out some liquidity, all right, and still gives a break of structure, right? Even though it is false, but it still took out that low, which means that the demand that is here is a strong demand. Now let's see how price reacted to it. Price got into this strong demand, sold downward, and the fact that price sold downward after entering this demand tells you that this demand is strong, apart from the fact that it has taken liquidity and it has broken this structure even though it's false. The fact that price entered it and sold downwards immediately tells you it's a strong demand. Now that same strong demand, this same strong supply, forgive me, all right, this demand here took it out. Now let's look at it. Basic logic. If you win a powerful man, does that not mean that you are actually very powerful too? In fact, more powerful, right? It's as simple as that. If Mayweather, for example, Floyd Mayweather, if he's the heavyweight champion and then another boxer just defeats him, does that not mean that that boxer is actually very good too? So if this is a strong supply and this demand took it out, it means this is where this strong supply has moved here, which means that the demand here is a strong one. So the next time price came into it, I knew I could take a buy. So I got into this buy, and then I showed you guys how I wanted to follow this sell, but it didn't work out. So I got into this particular buy. I'm just going to show you arbitrarily that I got into it. So let's say I got into it here. At least I showed you already that I got into it. But of course, I knew we're not taking this place out. Remember, first week of structure already tells us that they were coming down. So I just probably targeted somewhere around here, something like that. And then I got into, when price came back here, I got into the additional entry and all that. This is just the basic explanation of how I got into this particular buy, understanding the interaction of supply and demand. And then I took the short here. I took this buy here anyways, a little buy here, gave me 1 to 5, I remember very well, and then took this sell. Now you have quite some understanding of why I have been bearish on Bitcoin for a long time. Now, if you understand what I'm telling you, you may also notice that there is a mitigation here. See, it's the same market logic all the time. This place mitigated this place. There's a mitigation here. There is another mitigation here. Can you see that? And then another mitigation here. Now, what does that tell you? Multiple mitigation equals liquidity. So the next thing is price comes, clears it out. The same thing that happened here, multiple mitigation, price clears it out. Same thing here. I'm just showing you that you can understand this market to a large extent. And if you have been struggling with Forex, honestly, all you need is to learn from the right person. Learn what really works. I've shown you over and over. I showed you on USDP, I showed you on gold last week. Now I'm showing you again on Bitcoin, and this is the kind of, you imagine when you catch a trade that can last you 2 weeks. And I just kept getting into more positions and more positions and more. I was getting into the shorts, I was getting into the buys. It's as simple as that. Okay, so basically that explains why when you catch the right direction, especially from higher time frame, we are mostly day traders, even though it doesn't mean we are trading every day. But 4 hours time frame, daily time frame, they are very good for us to frame our trades, and you will see big volume in the direction that I catch. That's the reality of my trading. If I catch a direction, you will see big candles, big volumes. Anyways, that brings us to I guess that brings us to the end of Bitcoin. You guys know that I show you my entry model. The only thing I don't show in my videos is how I pick the exact entry and the SL. I told you guys already, I don't show that to the public. It is very unique to me. You would have found it already that usually I'll just draw 2 lines, and those 2 lines mark my entry. So I've shown you the entry model. You can go ahead and use your own normal demand and supply to pick the other block where you're going to enter the trade, and where you will put your SL. It's as simple as that. But before we close this particular video, let me show you what had happened on EU. I hope I have it. Yes, I do. As you can see, I tried to add a position on EU here, but it was quite unfortunate. Price took it out a little before continuing the sell. However, I already had this sell, and this has been my overall target all along. You can see it on the chart already. This is my overall target all along. This one is not false break of structure. Alright, this one is basic understanding of structure. I keep telling you guys, learn to look at higher time frame. You don't have to catch every move in the market, but when you catch a move, catch a solid move. Let me show you something. I got into this trade here, and now price dropped as far as here. Can you see that? 255.9 pips. And I got into this trade last week Thursday. 255.9 pips. That's not beans. For a trade I entered with just 14 pips SL. Okay, so there's mastery. That's the truth. there's mastery. You can master, you can gain mastery in this market. And I want you to also notice that it is the same thing. Mitigation here, mitigation here, makes 2 already. If you don't know, this is another mitigation. Why is it not picking it up? You see, this thing is the same. Multiple mitigation equals what? And you will find that it is the same thing that happened here. I just hope you are realizing that the same thing keeps happening in the market. It is your ability to see it. Mitigation, mitigation, or mitigation upon mitigation. Multiple mitigation equals what? Liquidity. And if we go on lower time frame, you'll see those mitigations very clearly. Is this a mitigation? Yes, it's a mitigation. Alright, so multiple mitigation, everything simply became liquidity. But let me show you how I got into that particular trade. Look at it on the 4 hours time frame, and you realize that the structure is exactly what I was following. Nothing serious. Why is my network holding up? Okay. I mean, just follow the structure. Now, those of you who have been following me, you know that I told you guys at this point, this was the point where I saw a false break of structure on EU. So price took out this high. Many people were taking it for a break of structure. So the moment price came downwards, they were thinking of let's buy to take out this. But it's false. It's more obvious this is not a true break of structure. So from this point, you guys remember several months ago, that was in December, I told you that this is the next target on EU. I said it. By the way, my Telegram community is available. It's very free for you to join. In fact, if you join our community now, you will see this particular call. I told them the next place is this low. False break of structure. We have seen it on EU, we've seen it on gold, we've seen it on USDJPY, we've seen it on Bitcoin. What else do you need? I hope you understand that this is enough to change your life. Alright, so we got into this, and now we have a true break of structure. So it's as simple as following price like this. Okay, so let's follow the structure. The only way you will not see this structure clearly is if you are, following lower time frame. And now price comes here. Please tell me, where else are we going? I mean, this is basic structure. You guys already understand how structure works. If it is bearish, the target is the lows. The target is the lows. So price was here. Where is the next target? Of course, here. Of course, the next target is here. The next thing is for you to get the entry, and then you follow it down. Okay, so that is why I said my target for EU is here. And I showed you what my positions were saying. Okay, so let me clear this. You see, that is the overall target, because after this everything that happened here is just a retracement. Don't let the market deceive you with this. That's what people need to. That's probably what confused people. Right? The fact that there was this and then it came here, so they are taking this for a change of character. Are you wrong? Well, maybe not. We shall see. But the price is still bearish. Price is still bearish. And like I keep telling you guys, we are not trading for ego. Even if EU chooses not to take out this low now, I have caught 215.5 pips already. Please, what else do I want God to do for me? Alright, so even if he chooses not to take this low now, I don't care. As far as I'm concerned now, I'm just going to look for how to probably short into here if price says he wants to keep going down. And if he wants to turn back up, I'm here to follow it. It's as simple as that. Honestly, it's as simple as that. So all I did was get into my sell, and I keep telling you guys, you don't have to catch the first move. So price sold from somewhere around here, okay, and then all I needed to do was get into it from here. All I needed to do was get into it from here. You see, you don't have to catch the first move. If you wanted to catch the first move here, you see price took you out. But let it start. Get the continuation. I mean, it's not like I couldn't have caught the first move, but I don't always have to. I caught the second move, and as you can see, I tried to get into this. Unfortunately, I mean, I'm still surprised, but I'll look into it. Price just sniped my SL here, but I was supposed to get a second entry here. It's as simple as this. I'm saying all of this for you to know that you don't have to struggle in the market. You can get the right knowledge, and I'm going to divulge a lot, in this mentorship that I'm running. So it's as simple as that, and price just opens with a crazy gap, a very crazy gap, in fact. Okay, that's a beautiful one. In all honesty, there are many reasons why price has to sell from here. And like I'm seeing it already, that's probably one of the things I'm going to explain. But if at all, okay, there's a demand here, mitigation, this mitigated this, and then flip here. So this place is actually not this place. This is actually quite a strong demand too. But we'll see what price is going to do when it comes there. So back to Bitcoin. Honestly, with what I'm seeing on Bitcoin, I think that this might be a good place to look out for a continuation of sales. No, I'm not doing any serious analysis yet, but it looks like it, which means that when price hits somewhere around here, I will be waiting to see if I get confirmation to sell. If I do, I'm selling into this place. If I don't, I just stay out. That's one. This breakout block was mitigated here, this was mitigated here, this was mitigated here, and then this demand took it out, which means that the next time price comes into this demand, I have reasons to expect a sell too. The next time price comes into this demand, I have reasons to expect a sell. The sell may not be a very long sell, but I'm expecting that when price enters here, there will be some pullback. I know the great thing is I may be analyzing on 4 hours time frame, but when I'm going to get into that trade, I probably will get in with 1 minute time frame, 2 minutes time frame, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. So which means that even a small pullback can end up giving me like a 1 to 5, 1 to 7, 1 to 9, 1 to 12, and all of that. So I'm telling you already that I'm expecting a reaction around here. If price gives me the confirmation, I'll sell into here from around here. If not, I'll stay out. I mean, I don't control the market, but I think my videos already show you that I know what I'm doing in this market. And like I said, the next time price enters into this particular supply, I expect quite some reaction, some sales. It may not be prolonged, but I expect it to happen. Okay, thank you for watching these videos. Remember to subscribe to the channel. I give you amazing content that would help you see the charts better and get better trades. If you notice, let me just show you before we go, multiple mitigation is already happening here too, which is telling you that price is already building ahead of when it will come and take out that high. You see this market clearly. Price is already warming up. It's already building. The liquidity is going to come and take when it is time to take out that high. You must be able to see it. That's all. You must be able to see it. Okay guys, thank you for joining this video. Remember to subscribe. Remember to share these videos with your friends. Remember to drop your questions, make comments. Your comments and your reactions are going to really encourage me. I'm recording all of this for free, right? They will encourage me to do a lot more and to help many people to learn from it. So please do share, do like, do comment, and all of that. Thank you for sticking through. Have a great trading week. Bye.